Because we are craft brewers, it doesn't mean that we have to brew different every time. You know, sometimes people make this association. My name is Arnau Rovira. I am the CEO in Cervesa Espiga. We started like 15 years ago. I am a biologist at the basis, and then while I was studying, I just was in an Erasmus program in Denmark, and there I discovered that beer production was a course there, and just I was getting into beer production by that. And then when I came back from Denmark, I was just wondering what was happening with beer in Spain. Nothing was happening, but there were like few craft breweries growing, and then I just starting to get into this world. And then I found Teresa, that she's also a biologist, and we decided to start a small business of craft brewery in the town where I was born. It's Gelida. It's a town not far from the brewery, 5 kilometers from the brewery today. And we started in a garage, where we brew batches of 50 liters, 100 liters. And then little by little we decided to start the business, to make this a way of living, our way of living. No? So, and then we invest to brew a big brewery, but a big microbrewery or small brewery, but just a couple of thousand of liters per month. And that was back in 2013 when we decided to do that. Yeah, when we started, we were just Teresa and me, and we were doing everything like brewing, selling, taking boxes, going to the clients directly, offering this kind of new product back on that time, because nobody knew about craft beer back in 2014. It was really new, a new product in Spain. So it was kind of hard, but we struggled a lot, and then we started growing. And now we are 10. We started 2 people, Teresa and me, and now we are 10 people working in the brewery, plus 2 more people in the shops that we have in Barcelona. So, and we started brewing like 10,000 liters per year, and now we are growing 200,000 liters per year, more or less. The main explanation of that it's because we love beer. We love all kinds of beers. We started with with bitter British beers, with pale ales, with IPAs. We decided that we loved hops, kind of 10 years ago, when all these American and very flavorful hops came into Europe. We were like really astonished, and we were like, okay, that's what we want to brew. A lot of UK breweries gave us the way or show us how to use these hops. I don't know, I think about Cloudwater or about many UK breweries that we could get back 10 years ago, or 5 to 10 years ago in the stores in Barcelona. All these UK breweries or craft breweries started to come. And then we said, okay, we like beer, we love this kind of beers, we want to brew that, and we are not happy about what we are brewing, you know, or we always have seen that we can improve always what we are doing. So either by improving our technical capacities or about improving our knowledge about brewing and about beer. No? So that, I think this is the key of our success. For example, I always remember Thornbridge. We were visiting Thornbridge kind of 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and for me it's one of our of my best British breweries. Before Brexit, we used to have a lot of British breweries here, and we used to buy a lot of British breweries, but not anymore because of Brexit, and because it's more difficult to import beers from UK and more expensive. So, and after COVID crisis and all these inflation crisis, it's more. And also because the local market has been growing a lot, so we have much more options. And now, in terms of craft beer, of local craft beers, and the level has been increasing a lot also in terms of local breweries. We included ourselves, but also a lot of Catalan breweries have been growing and have been increasing their quality standards, and that's also why we don't drink a lot of UK breweries anymore, no? But they were an example for us, and for example, Forpur, where else? Brew by Numbers, the Kernel. The Kernel, they invented, for example, hazy IPAs before all this American craziness about New England IPAs came. No, I remember always first time I drank a Kernel, a hazy IPA from Kernel. I don't know, back 7 years ago. It was like, okay, we want to brew that, no? And that's. I think it has been a lot of relationship between how the craft brewery or movement has increased in Catalonia and UK, and maybe we are not really aware about that, or we are not really conscious about that. Yeah, we started since the beginning. Since the beginning of, I guess, yeah, it was one of our first providers. First, we started with chemicals for cleaning, but then because they came from the cheese industry, that it's quite developed in Catalonia, but then they decided to invest on bringing things for brewers, because nothing was happening in terms of providers that were specialized on brewing things, no, or brewing stuff. So they started bringing all these chemicals for cleaning, but then they fast started bringing Simpsons Malt and really good quality ingredients for brewing. And our relationship with them, it's like we are like brothers or friends, because we've been growing together, you know, in this industry. And their service has been always the best service for a provider that we have had in Espiga. So they are really good partner for Simpsons Malt, I guess, because and they showed us all these malts coming from UK, and they showed us what's the difference between a really good quality malt and a really and a malt that it's not that good, no, they showed us all these malts coming from UK, and they are the malts that have been using all these craft breweries that we really love, and that have been used for all these beers that we really want to make. So we decided to start buying them Simpsons Malt, and then we noticed this change of quality. Also in terms of efficiency, Simpsons Malt is a really good efficiency malt, and for the base malt, and also it's very fresh. Always it's very fresh. They have all these regularity and all this freshness that maybe in other providers or in other malts you could not find. We started with Maris Otter and we started to use it in our IPAs. And we find this increase of efficiency and we noticed change of the flavor, more crispiness, more. Yeah, we saw that it was a really good malt. So, and that's why we decided to go on and to continue to buy this malt. Extra pale is very good for double dry hop IPAs or for hazy pale ales because it doesn't give a lot of color, but it gives a lot of fullness, of full body, I would say. So we are using a lot of extra pale as well. Also, crystal malts are very good for giving rye. We use also a rye malt from Simpsons Malt to add some color to our West Coast IPAs, and we are very happy about these malts. Also, we are using black malts and chocolate malts for our imperial stouts, but unfortunately, we are not brewing a lot of imperial stouts every year. We are brewing maybe 1-2 imperial stouts per year. I would say Maris Otter was like the malt that surprised us more at the beginning because of that, because it was the first time using UK malts, and you can feel the difference the first time you use it. Then you get used to it, but you can just by tasting the grain, you can taste how it cracks, how the taste is. It's full of taste, and it's different. It makes a difference with the European malts, I guess. Good question. It depends. Now, I think the market became more mature, and now we are expecting more regularity. Maybe the market is expecting more regularity about your brews. Like every batch should be the same. Every beer that should give the client the expectations that they have for that beer. But now we are seeing also that people are changing. That maybe because the inflation or because things are increasing the cost, and then they prefer to go to something that they already know. That to experiment, sometimes. Maybe 2 years ago it was more people were collecting beers, no? It still happens, and it's still, and you see on Untappd, no, that people never repeat a beer, or they are always. But now you can see also this behavior of people always trying, having their 2 or 3 beers that they will always drink, and then maybe they will try 1 or 2 new beers per week. But they will always have these 3 beers. So they will always ask you that these 3 beers will be always the same. So, and that's, in terms of quality, it's very important for us to increase our quality, to be always struggling about this repetition of our batches or about these standards of quality. And because we are craft brewers, it doesn't mean that we have to brew different every time. Sometimes people make this wrong association of ideas. Because I think it's the opposite. We have to brew a consistent product every batch, and that's it. That would be also one of the keys of success in the future. Yeah, we have our blonde ale. It's gluten-free also, but that it's very known to be a very easy drinking hoppy blonde ale that all people, even people that doesn't know anything about hops, can drink, and very especially during the hot days of summer. No? Then we have in our hazy or beer geek collection, we've been always brewing our hyperactive. It's a triple dry hop hazy, one of the first hazy IPAs that were brewed in Spain, and so it has a lot of fame and people ask for it. And also we have our double dry hop pale ale, citrus based, that is also very known to be one of the first double dry hop pale ales that were brewed in Spain. So we have, I would say we have these three beers that are very known. And we have also our IPA more regular, that it's called Garage IPA, that is also very known. Then we have in our regular line, we have also a porter, an amber ale, but they are just called Espiga amber ale, Espiga porter, just we make it easy. And then also we have our Johnny Crash, that is also very known in terms of hazy pale ales. And now we are brewing a lot of wild beers, because we are in a vineyard zone, so we are making a lot of experiments by barrel aging some worts of beers and adding some fruits, and barrel aging in barrels that have been containing red wine from the zone or white wine from the zone, and also some wild grapes with some grapefruit from the zone. So we have a wide range of beers. And I think this is what we like to do, to have a lot of, when you like beers, you want to brew a lot of kind of beers. And it's very interesting, all our wild program, but unfortunately the market is not prepared to it. Maybe in a couple of years it will be more mature to accept all these kind of wild products that are more like cider than beers. No? But we are coming back also to classic styles also. We are selling more and more pale ale. We are selling more and more porter. So we are coming back to amber ale also. It's very, the demand of amber ale is increasing. Also because they are beers that are not that expensive as hoppy beers or as hazy beers. I don't know. I guess our blonde ale is very good. I would drink a lot of liters of our blonde ale. I could drink 1, 2, 3. No? And also we are brewing now a Pilsner that it's quite smooth, dry, crisp, so we like it. We are using your lager malt for the lager malt from Simpsons for these pills, and the result is very good, very crispy, and it's very nice. For example, in terms of regular styles, you are going to Maresma, so the Hells from Maresma is very nice, and I don't know, there are a lot of good craft breweries around the world. And for example, we were in Mikkeller Beer Festival last 3 weeks ago, and we taste a lot of good breweries. For example, I would say one brewery that we really like from UK was Cloudwater. They got a lot of really good beers. And for example, one brewery from Denmark that I think they are brewing a lot of good beers is Tuol. They are brewing a really good beers, and they were one of the first craft breweries that arrived in Catalonia, and I remember to have these beers. I don't know, there are so many that, and here in Spain you can find Garage, they make awesome beers. Baskeland, they are brewing a lot of awesome beers. I don't know, Peninsula, they are brewing a lot of awesome beers. Soma is brewing a lot of awesome beers. So our scene in Spain is growing, and we are happy about that.